Hello and welcome to my channel. Now, although the universe is phenomenally huge, today I will be showing you about discoveries from our own celestial back garden, and hopefully I can show you something new that you may not have already known.
Number 10.
This is an asteroid called Ida. Now, the amazing thing about this asteroid is that it has its very own satellite. That's right, a moon that orbits the asteroid. The only way this is thought to be possible is that there was an asteroid that collided with Ida, and the debris that formed from the collision then created Dactyl. Another way this is possible is that a third object slowed Dactyl as it passed, enough so that Ida could then capture it in its gravitational forces, capturing it as a satellite. This is an amazing discovery because no one was expecting to find a moon around something as small as an asteroid, until it was the Galileo orbiter that flew past and sent back photographic evidence.
Number 9.
Although Io, along with Europa, Ganymede and Castelli, were discovered in 1610 by Galileo, not much else was known about these satellites. Scientists assumed that these places, being so far away from the Sun, must be cold, icy worlds. However, with Io, they could not have been further from the truth. Io is our solar system's most volcanically active celestial body. Now, this is caused by a force known as tidal heating. With Io, tidal heating is caused as Io orbits around Jupiter. The gravitational forces affect it so much that it will contract and expand, creating friction in the core of the moon. This is causing enough friction within the satellite so that it can fuel its volcanism.
Number 8.
1 year on Uranus is about the span of a human life. It's about 84 years. However, what makes Uranus so unique is its orientation. While other planets spin as if keeping their balance on flat ground, Uranus spins more like he's rolling along the ground. He spins at about a 90-degree angle compared to the other planets, which also means its rings and satellites orbit around that same pattern.
Number 7.
Titan is a moon of Saturn and the closest thing we've ever discovered to resembling Earth, at least visually, with streams and lakes on the surface, but unfortunately, it is far too cold on Titan for those lakes to be water. Instead, they are made up of methane and ethane. This would be a great place to potentially search for life that's uniquely suited to Titan, and it would also be a good place for humans to settle on in the far future, probably not long after Mars.
Number 6.
Even our own moon holds some mysteries about it. For example, why is it so big? The largest moon in our solar system is Ganymede, followed by Titan, Castello and Io, and then our own moon. But the planets that hold those other moons are Jupiter and Saturn, which are massive compared to Earth. So, how did Earth acquire the moon? Multiple theories have been proposed about the moon's origins, but the most popular states that Earth, or pre-Earth, was hit by another planet. Now, when it hit at just the right angle, the debris from both planets managed to form in orbit of each other. This is supported by the fact that the moon's composition is very similar to the composition of the surface of the Earth.
Number 5.
Ceres is a dwarf planet in the asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter. Ceres has about the same surface area as Argentina. The surface of Ceres holds quite some mysteries, with bright spots dotted all around the surface that baffled scientists for quite some time. It's now believed that the bright spots were caused by cryovolcanism or simply cold volcanoes, and this could also explain the reason why there's very little craters on Ceres.
Number 4.
The finding on Europa will hopefully lead to a much greater discovery, and that could be potentially life, or even the lack of life would also be a significant discovery. Here we have a world potentially full of water. Although covered in ice, the ice could act as an atmosphere, and the cracks on the surface suggest that there are tectonic plate movements just like the cracks we see on Earth. If the same is true with Europa, then it's likely that the same forces affecting Io, tidal heating, is affecting Europa. And scientists speculate that Europa could be an ice ball acting as an atmosphere, and inside the ice could be a warmer, liquid water, and under that would likely be compressed ice, called Ice 7. There isn't a single drop of natural water on Earth without life. So finding a full ocean on Europa without life would also be a discovery. Although disappointing, it would be a great find.
Number 3.
Shepherd moons help form the rings around the gas giants and keep them intact. If a rock strays from the path, the moon's gravitational forces will pull it back in line, just like a dog herding sheep. Prometheus is a shepherd moon of Saturn's F ring, and you can see the gravitational forces with the waves and ripples going through the ring, keeping everything in order.
Number 2.
There are many things that could be said about Jupiter. For example, the beauty spot of Jupiter is a storm that has been raging for hundreds of years. The diameter of Jupiter is just over 11 Earths. It's likely the surface would be unreachable because anything we sent there would be crushed due to pressure. And even if we could reach the surface would only be gas that's been compressed so much that we could actually walk on it. The thing I find most interesting about Jupiter is its electromagnetic field. The electromagnetic field of Jupiter is so large you could fit the Sun inside of it. And it even stretches out as far as Saturn.
Number 1.
It is named a Murmur, which means scout or distant messenger from the past in Hawaiian. This object, yet undefined as an asteroid or comet because it has properties of both. It could be a comet because after it passed the Sun, it gained acceleration more so than the gravity of the Sun should have allowed. But if it was a comet, the same trajectory should have destroyed a Murmur, unless it was made up of more denser materials, like an asteroid. However, I'm getting sidetracked here by definitions. We should be focusing more on the fact that this object came from another solar system. Its shape was difficult to determine because of its violent rotation through the solar system, causing its brightness to dim and rise unpredictably. Due to its fast speed and violent rotation, it's believed that it came from either an early forming system, which can be quite violent, or a supernova, which is pretty much when a star goes boom. Here's a little bonus discovery for you. We have evidence for this, but no discovery to show it. It has been noticed that there is an extra gravitational pull in our solar system that doesn't fit what we currently know. This is suggesting that there is a gas giant planet out there that we don't even know about in our own solar system. This has been dubbed Planet X. Now it may be strange to think that we've discovered exoplanets millions of light years away, but yet there still could be a gas giant in our own solar system that we can't find. The difference is, if we point our telescopes towards a star and notice a planet passing between our point of view and that star, we can see the light dim, which is something we can't do against this planet. If there is a gas giant hiding in our solar system, it really makes me wonder what else could be out there. I mean, some scientists have even suggested that there isn't a gas giant at all. It could be a brown dwarf star that they've dubbed Nemesis, which is a pretty scary name thinking of it. If correct, then Nemesis is also thought to cause mass extinction events every 26 million years, which has been shown in our geological records. Leaving on a positive note, that's it for this time, and if you find yourself wanting to discover firsthand, then why not check out the Amazon store for things such as telescopes. I mean, telescopes are an obvious choice, but people find binoculars do just the job for them. And if you're going out in the field with this, I suggest using a red light torch, because a white light torch can actually affect your night vision, and therefore a red light torch will lessen that effect, making it much easier to use your telescope. I really appreciate the support and feedback, so please feel free to ask anything in the comments below. And if you've enjoyed this video, please tap that like button, hit subscribe and ring the bell. Thank you for watching.